How would you feel if you woke up one day and 99% of all species on Earth were extinct? Over the history of the Earth, there have been many mass extinctions. The Permian Triassic extinction, also known as the Great Dying, was the most deadly of all. The End Permian Extinction, also known as the Great Dying, was Earth's most severe known extinction event. Some remarkable species that went extinct in this period include marine species such as trilobites and eurypterids, and many mammals, especially large herbivores. The End Permian extinction had an especially heavy impact on large herbivores, and there's a special reason why. Historically immune to mass extinction. But the End Permian is an exception to this rule. The arrangement of ecosystems caused gargantuan changes in plant abundances and distributions, which caused many plant-rich forests to just disappear. Because of the shift in abundance and distribution of plants, the dominant species changed, and this shift was too volatile to allow some plants to survive. The extinction of less dominant plants was not as abrupt as, say, the Cretaceous-Tertiary extinction. There is no empirical evidence for a sudden explosion or strike that caused all less dominant plants to die immediately, but rather the quality of some plant species entered a speedy decline, as the rearrangement of ecosystems occurred. Some species, like chordates or gymnosperms, and Glossopteris or seed ferns, were replaced by newer dominant species and eventually became extinct due to rapid decline in species population. The things that happened in this massive extinction, we must think about the possible causes for this horrific event. There are a few possible explanations, and here they are.
Oh, hey there! Are you looking for some causes for the End Permian extinction? Well, some scientists believe that there were a particularly intense series of volcanic eruptions. These eruptions are believed to have emitted such a high level of debris into the atmosphere that sunlight was blocked from entering Earth's atmosphere. With the cloudy debris blocking sunlight, Earth's temperatures dropped significantly, and the frigid cold atmosphere, combined with the lack of sunlight, prevented plants from carrying out photosynthesis. This caused many food chains and ecosystems to collapse, and therefore many species entered extinction.
General global climate change is also thought of as a plausible explanation for the End Permian extinction. There is substantial evidence that was found showing sudden periods of warming and cooling of the Earth's atmosphere. It's possible that these rapidly changing conditions were too much for the plants, and some species weren't able to adjust.
Although there is not as much established evidence for this theory, some scientists propose that it could have actually been an asteroid that triggered the extinction. The extinction itself is estimated to be fairly quick in terms of geological timescale, only about 100,000 years. The asteroid would have collided with the Earth and sent billions of particles into Earth's atmosphere to later rain down on the ecosystem of our planet, causing rearrangement.
Another interesting theory is that there was a catastrophic release of methane gas stored under the seabed, which increased carbon dioxide was released into the air from volcanic eruptions. Average temperatures on Earth rose 8 to 11 degrees Celsius. This melted huge amounts of methane previously trapped in the permafrost and the seafloor. And the release of methane into the atmosphere caused temperatures to increase even more, to levels most land and ocean species could not survive. Many large changes in the distribution of plant species occurred in the End Permian extinction. In particular, there was a large growth in the representation of conifers and ferns, or pteridophytes. The fern spike represents a similar abundance of lycopods that occurred in the Cretaceous and Tertiary boundary during the earlier fern spike. The cause was interpreted to be associated with atmospheric pollution caused by volcanic activity. In the case of the End Permian extinction, there is a similar explanation for the boost of ferns and conifers.
This boost can be explained by an increase of carbon dioxide, given that two things follow: a temperature increase and a humidity increase. One indicates stressful environment conditions. They are especially known to rapidly spread to colonize damaged areas, to resist total extinction of an ecosystem, or continue damage to surrounding species. Changes in plants similar to conifers and ferns were documented in similar nature in various parts of the world, such as Greenland, China, and Australia. This means that the changes plants underwent in the End Permian extinction were done at a global extent.
This shows that ecosystems all over the world were suffering from stressful environmental conditions.